Hey y'all, like the new hat? Today I'm in Renaissance Park, which is right next to Coolidge Park, which is where the Ren Fair happened just a couple weeks ago. I am down here today to do some more photography with the Nikon Zf and the 40mm TTArtisan f2 autofocus lens that I've had for a while now that they sent me out to review. Once I get done here, I'm going to make my way around the park and get a few photos in the park, and then there's a person up on the main road up here that's got like a, oh, they got a sign and they look like they're dressed up like the Statue of Liberty. So I'm gonna go up and grab a photo of them. Then I'm gonna head across the river on the Market Street Bridge into downtown, wander around downtown a little, then probably come back on the Veterans Bridge and walk back down. I'm trying to get about 4 miles in, something like that today, so I can get some exercise and do some photography. And that'll get me out of my usual zone by going over to the Veterans Bridge, and I'll see some new and different stuff to photograph. So let's take the new hat, the new lens, fairly new camera, and a new route, and let's see what we can come back with. Seems I waited too long. She was right over there across the street, and now her sign's gone, and apparently she is too. Yeah, maybe we went somewhere else. All right, change of plan. We're gonna go up this way and go into downtown on the Veterans Bridge, wander around in the upper area district, and then turn around and come back across the Market Street back to the truck. See what we can find. So this is what it looks like to walk across the Veterans Bridge. The Walnut Street Bridge is that next bridge over you see, that's like the dark blue color because they're restoring it. The one past it's the Market Street Bridge, and that's the one I'll return on. Okay, so I came out here to the Hunter Museum. I was going to go right out there. There's a normally open, see it's closed today. There's a normally open like viewing area right through there. It's just a balcony, and you can see the Market Street and the Walnut Street bridges from it really easily. They'll do a lot of like wedding engagement shoots out there. I've seen sometimes you'll see bride and groom portraits from the wedding day. They'll do them out there because the backdrop is these beautiful bridges in the sun, you know, the northern part of the skyline. But I was going to try to get a photo of the bridge, and that gets me a little closer to it than here. I could go down there, but don't really want to, because I'm going to cross this bridge and go over to that's Walnut Street, and then I'm going to head over into the city. But what I wanted to do today with Nikon Zf and the TTArtisan 40mm f2 was to get a little more comfortable shooting it as a kind of a street photography lens, photographing people. I have to get closer than I normally do, but it's still long enough that trying to do what do you call it, incognito photos or whatever you call it, where you just kind of throw the camera up and snap an image, gets me things like this. I've learned that I have to take about 2 steps closer to my subject to get them framed appropriately compared to my 50 mils that I normally shoot with. Because when I first put it on the camera and I was taking pictures of like city stuff, people in city scenes, I noticed they were a lot smaller in the photos when I got done. Because, you know, it's putting them a little further away essentially. So something you got to keep in mind if you're photographing people with you know, a 40 mil as opposed to a 50 or a 75 or something like that. You know, you just got to remember, if you want to fill the frame, you got to get a little closer. Here's a neat little tidbit for you. I am pretty certain this art installation used to be down at MLK and Market, right at the corner of Miller Plaza. If I have to go back through my photo dialogue, and I think they've washed it when they brought it up here, it looks like, or they've built a second one. Either way, this one is very clean compared to the one that was down there. When I get down there in a minute, I'm gonna go down there and see. It's not here. It used to be right there. Here's a neat little tidbit of history. This bridge used to be glass. All down through here, this was all glass, and you can see the road beneath. The one thing no one seems to be talking about this lens is the weight. The weight is incredible. If you're walking around all day long, you don't want heavy glass on your camera. So a plastic lens that has small elements is like a godsend. I'll just be honest with you. If I'm walking around with, you know, a 50mm f1.2 or f1.4, something like a Summilux or something, all that glass for a full frame sensor, and it's usually made out of aluminum or brass sometimes. The lenses are heavy. It starts to weigh on your neck. This thing don't weigh anything, dude. That's the beauty of this lens. It's so light. Well, that's going to conclude the photo walk for today. I have made it, I don't know how many miles. It'll appear on the screen and how many steps, but it's a lot. I got way over my goal of 10,000. Till next time, this is David, the Georgia photographer, and I'm going to tell you to get your camera out and go take a picture with it. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.